Hello, everybody. Today, we will continue explaining the kidney function. This is the last part of our chapter, which is digestive and excretory systems. Guys, have you ever wondered why the urine sample is a very important part of your routine examination? It's very important. All the doctors ask you for your urine sample. Why? Because urine can be a very important part of the clinical diagnostics. Okay? The urine can tell us if there's any problems in your kidney function or maybe some hormone, endocrine system. The urine is very important in your diagnostics. Now, for example, urine that contains sugar, protein, or blood may indicate that the nephrons are damaged, or the capillaries are damaged also, or may indicate that your Bowman's capsule are not functioning properly. Okay? Now, or you have an infection of your kidney or an injury. Guys, these substances, if you remember, are too large to diffuse through the glomerulus. Okay? And if you find them inside the urine, it indicates that something is wrong. And drugs. Now, the pathway of the drugs inside your body is as follows. The drug will be broken down inside the liver, filtered by the kidney, excreted in the urine. So, if you find in the urine high concentrations of that drug, it indicates that the person in front of us is abusing drugs. So, it's very important test for drug abusing also. Now, kidneys can be injured for various of reasons, guys. You may have an accident, car accident, or any accident, work accident, or infection, diabetes, high blood pressure, or God forbid, stabbing. There are many reasons why the kidneys are damaged. Okay, the damage can be the whole kidney, or the capillaries, or the Bowman's capsule. It may the certain numbers of nephrons, or as I said, the kidneys as a whole organs. Now, in this case, many substances, or the damage, or the capillary damage, or nephron damage, or whatever the damage is, can cause serious repercussions. Okay, to the filtration process, to your blood filtration, and this is very dangerous, life-threatening situation actually. So we can deal with kidney failure in two ways: kidney transplant, guys, or dialysis. So kidney transplant or dialysis. Now, kidney transplant. Kidney transplant, guys, is a surgical procedure which the sick person must have a new kidney. Now, the new kidney, preferably, the donor must, it's preferred to be from your own relative, such as sibling, parent, or child, okay? Because the tissue of both people, the donor and the acceptor, similar enough for the patient's body, for the receiver, the donor, not generate a high rejection or high reaction, because if the tissue is different in a large percentage, then most probably the immune system will attack that organ and damage the organ and get rid of that new stranger in town. Okay? Now, let's say a kidney transplant happened, and I found, or anyone found from relative, then a relative donor. Now, I received the kidney. So the recipient and the donor now are restricted in many ways. For example, the recipient will have to take drug to suppress the immune system, even if it's from a relative donor, okay? Because you don't know when the immune system decides to attack this new organ, because it's a different tissue from your own original kidney, which is damaged now, okay? So you don't know when the body can reject the new organ. So an immune suppressors must be taken by the recipient. And this makes the recipient very vulnerable, okay, to infections from other people or from ordinary cuts or bruises, okay? Now, the both recipient and donor must generally avoid heavy contact sports, like violent sports, of course, like hockey, wrestling, boxing, football. Any injury to the one kidney that is left could be fatal. Now, guys, this reminds us with the corona infection, the corona epidemic now, okay? The corona epidemic, it's very dangerous to these type of people. These types of people are very vulnerable to corona infection. Why? Because this guy, the recipient of the recipient is under the immune system suppressors. And this is very dangerous because there is no immune system to fight the corona infection. This is why it's dangerous, okay? And of course, the recipient and the donor can live a fairly normal life, by the way, with some restriction we already mentioned. Now, other method is dialysis. Kidney dialysis, guys, has two types. We have the normal kidney dialysis and something called peritoneal dialysis. Okay, I will come to this later. Peritoneal dialysis and normal kidney dialysis. Now, if the kidney donor is not available, or the patient cannot have surgery for various of reasons, now what can save the person's life is dialysis. Dialysis treatment in which patient blood, okay, is cleaned and chemically balanced through a dialysis unit, through a machine. So a blood will pushed into this dialysis unit, filtered inside this dialysis unit, and enters the patient, the patient's body back. Now, let's explain this a little bit further. It's a very simple machine, guys. Machine called kidney dialysis unit. The kidney dialysis unit has a filtering unit. This filtering unit, of course, it's mechanical, okay? There are many companies that manufactures this dialysis unit, and you can find the dialysis unit in almost any hospital, whether it be governmental hospital or private hospital. So it's available. If you know anyone with kidney damage and they need dialysis, it's doable, it's easy, so no worries there. Now, The procedure is as follows. The main unit of dialysis machine acts like the glomerulus, okay, and the Bowman capsule. Now the blood moves from the vein in the arm into filtering unit. This is the vein. The blood moves from the vein into the filtering unit, okay? The tubing in the unit is porous, like the capillary walls, which allows the waste material to diffuse out, okay, into the dialysis fluid. The fluid is continually replaced to carry waste, okay, out of the unit. The chemical makeup of the fluid is as close to normal blood as possible. It's not identical 100%, but it's close enough. The process takes 3, and of course the clean blood now move back into the artery. Now, the process takes 3 to 5 hours, done 3 times a week, in hospital or smaller dialysis machine in patient's home. But a few patients, and actually now this few percentage, it's much higher, because you'll discover why. Now prefer to use another dialysis machine, another type of dialysis. We call it peritoneal dialysis. Peritoneal dialysis. Peritoneal dialysis, which is the lining of the patient's abdomen, okay? Inside the abdomen acts as a blood filter. Dialysis fluid is pumped through tubing into the abdomen. Waste products and excess fluid move from bloodstream into dialysis solution. The waste-filled fluid is drained from the abdomen and replaced several times until the blood is clean and chemically balanced. Now, allow me to show you a video that explains the peritoneal dialysis.
We all know that home is where the heart is. So why should we leave it to do dialysis? Many people do dialysis right from the comfort of their home on their schedule. No need to leave family or miss our furry friends. Just a couple of trips a month to the dialysis center for help from the experts. Home dialysis can give people more freedom and time to enjoy life. Consider this. The majority of kidney doctors say they choose to do dialysis at home if they had kidney failure, and they know kidneys best. The most popular home dialysis in the United States is peritoneal dialysis, often just called PD. It was invented in the days of bell-bottoms and rock and roll, so it's had 40 years to be perfected. Today, more than 45,000 people in the US do PD. To do PD, you need an access port called a PD catheter near your belly button. Getting this catheter requires a minimally invasive surgery. Most people go home the same day. Here is what a typical day looks like when doing PD using an at-home machine. Before going to bed in the evening, put on your favorite PJs. Carefully connect the PD machine to your PD catheter. Program the treatment by pressing a couple of buttons. Then hop into bed and start counting sheep. This bedtime routine usually takes less than 15 minutes. After getting 8 to 10 hours of sleep, wake up and disconnect the machine. That's it. You're ready to conquer the day. You can work, visit friends, exercise, enjoy hobbies, and even travel. When you're ready for bed, just repeat the ritual. There is also a way to do PD by hand. If interested, your doctor can describe how this process works.
And this is, guys, what peritoneal dialysis is. Now, we're done. with our chapter. I hope you understood everything. I hope you like this session. I'll see you next session. Thank you very much. Goodbye.